When it comes to booking a hotel in San Francisco specifically, you ask yourself, will I be safe? Should I bring my car? If so, should I get valet? And if not, where am I going to park? Again, that's specific to San Francisco. A general question when traveling anywhere and booking a hotel is, when should I book? Where should I book? Should I use my loyalty rewards program? And how do I know I'm getting the best price? These are all things we're going to talk about in this video that will help you feel confident in booking a hotel in San Francisco. And our biggest tip that we're going to give you, it's so very simple. We're Sippy Cup Adventures of Northern California, a travel channel about travel in Northern California, mostly. Now, do you actually have the patience to shop for hotel rooms? Most of us do not. It's overwhelming these days with all the apps and the chat rooms on social media. Now, when we're booking a hotel in San Francisco, first, it must be affordable. Our price range for a typical 2-night stay is not to exceed $400 a night. So about $320 is the kind of the sweet spot that guarantees us a nice stay. Second, the hotel must have valet. And yes, you can bring your car or a car rental to San Francisco, and we'll explain a little bit later in the video why it's okay to do so. Third, we look for restaurants and bars that are within walking distance of the hotel. It just saves on time and money spent on public transportation. And full transparency, we don't use public transportation. Again, we'll explain a little bit more in the video. And even though we do drive from Sacramento region to San Francisco, once at the hotel, we valet our car and we don't use it. And I'll explain why that's an advantage. And fourth, we do like to dine at the hotel at least one night of our stay. I mean, you're there anyways, right? So take advantage. And most hotels offer nice dining experiences. So utilize the hotel that you're staying at. Now, where to book a hotel in San Francisco, we're not going to discuss that here in this video, but we did just recently upload this video where we discuss some of the main neighborhoods in San Francisco where there's a high volume of hotels and how within each neighborhood you'll be safe, or how to avoid maybe some of the more sketchy areas. So check out that video on where to book in San Francisco. Now, the best time to book. Listen, a lot of you are probably more experienced travelers than we are. We really only travel to San Francisco, mostly. So, but I mean, most of you know that if you're traveling during a major holiday like Thanksgiving, Christmas, or even spring break, the 4 to 6 months out is preferred. And if you do book way ahead, I'd say about a week or so out, double check the pricing for the hotel. Maybe you can get a little bit of a discount. That's if you book direct, and more on that later. But for more flexible dates, typically 15 days out is kind of the sweet spot on the hotel prices. Now, why we choose valet? When we book a hotel in San Francisco, the hotel must have valet. Yes, you're going to pay some high prices, but I'll explain that in a minute. Again, I've emphasized, yes, you can bring your car or a car rental. I mean, you get into chat rooms and they're like, there's public transportation. You know, you're going to get your car broken into, blah, blah, blah. First, trying to figure out public transportation in any big city, not just San Francisco, is a hassle. I mean, you're going to spend half your time scrolling on your phone looking, oh my God, I got to get this connector, I got to be at this place to catch this bus. Forget it. I mean, do you really want to drive around the city looking for parking? Especially if this is your first trip to San Francisco. I mean, you have no idea where you're going, and it's really intimidating with one-way streets. So finding parking's a pain in the butt. Now, the average price of valets in San Francisco is about $65 a day, okay? Now, if you choose not to do valet and you're going to find parking for the day, it's $40 a day once you find a parking garage, right? So for about $25 more, you can save time and your car will come back in one piece, not broken into if you do valet. So it's $25 more worth it to you. It certainly is to us. And also with valet, if you arrive early before check-in, hotels will gladly take your car and park it. Now, once we arrive at a hotel, we won't use our car for the entire weekend. We tell the valet, and they appreciate that because they will park your car deep into the valet garage, knowing you're not going to be needing it until you check out. Again, it's a courteous thing to do to the valet, with the valet, and they appreciate this. And again, don't forget to tip them. So it's much easier just to drive up to the hotel and get valet. And a tip here, once you're booked, go to Google Maps and get a layout of the hotel's entrance. Just kind of know the streets and, landmarks to look for, and know if like it's a one-way street. We do this all the time. Now there's a few hotels we know we just drive to, but if we're going to a new hotel, I'll map it out first and look on Google Maps. So yeah, valet has our car, and so we just ride share. We don't take public transportation. We're not going to use our car to get out of valet, especially you got to tip them each time, right? To go sightseeing. Again, we're there for specific reasons, for music events. So we're not doing the touristy stuff. So it's okay for us to leave our car in there. So I highly encourage you to, once you get your car there, just leave it there and use rideshare. That's, again, it works for us. Hopefully it works for you. So now valet has our car. We've taken everything out of it. And so it doesn't matter if you have a car rental, license plate frame, screaming Avis Rent-A-Car with New York license plate, right? It's going to be safe in valet. So hopefully that tip works for you. Now here is a little travel hack for you, and it includes social media, and that is the use of Reddit. Reddit is becoming increasingly popular in the social media sphere, and honestly, it's become quite helpful. Instead of searching the different subreddits, just go to the answers. You'll see it on your desktop or on your phone. You click on it and just type in, what's a good hotel in San Francisco? And you hit the enter button, and you're going to come up with a number of conversations. It even has sub-conversations like best family-friendly hotels in San Francisco. So you can read through the conversations, and it breaks it down by region or hotels. And if you find something that piques your interest, just click on the blue link, and what it will do is take you to that actual subreddit that this conversation was had. And you can research it a little bit more and see if there's some answers there that would be of help to you. Now, loyalty programs. So most of you who travel are aware of hotel chains, loyalty rewards programs. These include but are not limited to Marriott Bonvoy, Hilton Honors, the World of Hyatt, Wyndham Rewards, IHG One Rewards, or Choice Privileges. If you're not booking through hotel loyalty programs, you're missing out on some great deals and leaving money on the table. These programs offer free upgrades, complimentary breakfasts maybe, access to exclusive lounges, and even free nights once you accumulate enough points. Now, did you know that booking through third-party apps like Hotels.com or Booking.com, you don't get these hotel points? You have to book directly to the hotel to earn these points. Now that's one disadvantage of booking through these third-party apps, and the biggest advantage or disadvantage we will speak of soon. So which loyalty rewards program is the best? Well, it depends on what website you look at. Just Google hotel loyalty rewards programs and you'll get different answers. Now, here I am trying to save you time when booking a hotel room, yet I'm asking you to Google hotel loyalty rewards programs. God, I'm done saying that. Which will take you time. I get it. But I don't want to dive down this rabbit hole because this video would be much longer.
You miserable trickster. I'm gonna immortalize you.
Well, we recently got to finally take advantage of a hotel with the IHG, with our favorite hotel, Intercontinental, again, our default hotel that we stay at in San Francisco. And we had enough for 2 nights stay, and we got a nice room. They gave us a nice room. Sometimes maybe loyalty programs will put you on the bottom floor where you're staring at a wall. That wasn't the case. So credit to IHG. Now, when searching for hotels and specific brands of hotels, if you type in San Francisco in your Google Maps and click on hotels, now I've shown this before, there's a map of hotels, but just go to brands. And for instance, you want to look at all the Best Western International. Maybe that's loyalty programs that you got. So it will give you a list of hotels right here and then along down the side. Or maybe you want to go take off there and we're going to go to Hilton Honors. Done. All the Hilton Honor program, hotels in their program are listed again down the left. So you've got Accor, Best Western, Choice, Extended Stay, Four Seasons, Hilton, Hyatt, IHG, Marriott, Bonvoy, and a slew of others. So there you go. So welcome to the W Hotel here in San Francisco. So we arrive, and the staff, they were great. This one guy said the first thing he recommended was the Gold Club, which is a gentleman's club right down the street. I'm like, yeah, let me ask my wife and see if that'll go over. Hun, can I go to the Gold Club? Anyways, we had Here's the main tip, or the number one tip. Booking direct instead of using third-party apps. You should always book direct instead of using these third-party apps like hotels.com, booking.com, expedia.com. Yes, they give you some savings, but preferably you want to speak with someone at the front desk. So call the hotel that you're choosing. Now, avoid toll-free numbers unless that's unless that's the only option. But in that case, you're going to get a call center, but just ask them for the hotel's direct number. So fortunately for hotels in San Francisco, most, if not all, in my research, provide a local number to the actual hotel number with the area code 415. So when booking in San Francisco, usually you see on the left-hand side right there, it gives you the direct number. So call them direct. It's important to don't call at a time when they're very busy. I suggest avoiding the hours between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. That's when they're going to be handling guests checking in. The morning time is probably the best time to call, between like 7 a.m. and noon, not when people are checking out, but that's the best time to call. Now, every hotel is going to match a third-party site's price because it means that they will be avoiding the commission to the third-party hotel, right? Saying that the Intercontinental is someone booked it through hotels.com, so they got to pay hotel.com a little bit of that money. They'd rather take all the revenue themselves, right? Also, many of these third-party prices have hidden fees that they don't show you until just before your card is charged. Resort fees or destination fees. They used to be hidden, but these resort fees and destination fees no longer are due to law prohibiting the practice back in 2024. But there are service fees immediately obvious. I mean, for example, Expedia may list a room for $134 plus tax, and then they throw in a $15 service fee, which essentially makes it the same as if you were going through the hotel's website, which may have been $15 more, but they're not charging you the service fee, right? So many third-party bookings, they're non-refundable. So let's say you book 3 nights, you have your trips planned in San Francisco, you're going to go do this and you're going to go do this, or going to visit family, but maybe one of the nights you got to miss because you got to go home for an emergency. If you booked through these third-party apps, you're not getting your money back. Are you going to try to go to MrExpedia.com and say, hey, I had an illness in the family, I had to leave? Forget it. It's always
there's always something with the elevators.
Press this. This side is up and this side is down. We've already been up and down 3 times. Listen, you can book directly through the hotel's website. That's why you don't necessarily have to talk to someone. But if you do choose to pick up the phone and call him, you know, ask him, how's your day? Ask about travel tips, good restaurants in the area within walking distance. Remember, walking distance. I mean, you're going to get a more personalized customer service. You know, if there's any issues that arise once you get to the hotel, it's always easier to rectify it by just going down the elevator, going to the front desk, right? And saying, hey, promise this room, we're staring into a wall, right? But again, if you book through Expedia.com, they can't do anything about you staring into a wall. So we hope you found these tips helpful in booking a room in San Francisco. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or reach out to us.
Whee! Stay there, buddy. Whoa. Wait, you need a hand.